All right, so a breakthrough in the Air India Express crew crisis. That it was day 2 of the crisis, with 85 flights being cancelled today. But finally, after hours of negotiations, finally a breakthrough. The employees who were sacked will be reinstated and the crew will return to work tomorrow. Well, let's go across now to Vishnu and Ishika for more on this. And Vishnu, first to you, a big relief that this crisis has been resolved and hopefully things will go back to normal soon.
Well, this is the letter which actually announces it all, details of which we broke here on NDTV about half an hour ago. And the letter is a letter signed by representatives of the management, the conciliation officer and the chief labour commissioner in Delhi, and also representatives of the union. And this basically says that on the appeal of the Chief Labour Commissioner, the management agreed to reinstate 25 cabin crew who have been terminated on the 7th and 8th of May 2024 for reporting sick. As a concerted action immediately, the management will review the cases of these cabin crew as per their service regulations. I, in fact, was able to speak to officials within Air India Express to understand what the second line means, that the management will review the cases. And I was told that this doesn't mean that they're going to be terminated a second time around, but every case will be looked at. But yes, the strike, if I am to use that word, is now over and they are expected to return to work immediately. It will take 3 to 4 days for the airline to restore services. So that's going to take a little bit of time, but it's done and dusted. It's been difficult. And it's resulted in huge problems for thousands of passengers. 178 odd flights cancelled in less than 48 hours. Gargi.
That's right. And Ishika, huge inconvenience to passengers. Also, the ministry was watching all these negotiations very closely. And now everything, all the issues have been resolved.
Well, yes, certainly, as we were reporting for the past few days, that it were the passengers that were majorly impacted and, in fact, affected because of this, because even today there were 85 Air India Express flights that were cancelled across India. Now, this includes the international as well as the domestic flights. But today, the Chief Labour Commissioner held a very crucial meeting today. The meeting lasted for 5 hours, and after that, certainly a big breakthrough in this crisis of the Air India Express. Now, in fact, in this very order, it is said that all the employees, who were terminated, they will be reinstated. And not just that, all the employees will be rejoining their duties with fitness certificate effective immediately. Not just that, from the management side also, the union has received assurances. The management has assured that all the issues, all these grievances that the employees had, all of them will be sorted out. They will be holding one-on-one talks over this issue. And even if that is not, even if that doesn't happen, then another Chief Labour Commissioner meeting is going to be held on 28th of May, where in fact, a review of what all the steps were taken, all of that will be discussed in that. But certainly now it is a big breakthrough in this crisis, and certainly we are hoping that in the coming days, the passengers of the Air India Express will not be facing any more issues in regards to the cancellations and delays of the Air India Express flights. Over to you.
That's right. Vishnu, also, this is the second time we've seen something like this happen. Pilots, calling in sick or crew calling in sick. And it's unfortunate that it comes to this crisis, which, as you said, impacts so many passengers. Hopefully, these communication lines can stay open and airlines ensure that something like this doesn't happen again.
So very briefly, yes, absolutely. Since the Tata's mega venture into civil aviation, Air India Express, Air India, Vistara and Air Asia have all come into their fold. New management practices, new systems. Remember, a lot of these workers in Air India Express were part of the government. Air India Express was with the government. It was a legacy airline, different work practices, different cultures, different contracts, different expectations, all of that. So they need to also adjust to the new system of how they're assessed. How the airline looks into things like complaints by passengers. So it's that transformation which has been very difficult. That's also been the case when it comes to pilots at Vistara earlier, but different set of concerns and complaints. I would, however, also like to say that many of the concerns and complaints are fairly valid if you speak to independent voices, but it is something that the airline needs to resolve to ensure that something like this doesn't happen. Quite besides the fact that thousands of passengers are inconvenienced, it costs the airline a great deal of money. Remember, an airline only makes money when its planes are with passengers and flying, not when they are on the ground.
That's right. Thanks so much, Vishnu and Nishika, for joining us there with the latest developments. Well, on to the big political story of the day, and the crisis in Haryana took a fresh twist today after MLAs belonging to Dushyant Chautala's JJP met with the BJP. This as Dushyant Chautala himself is pushing for a no-confidence motion against the BJP government in the state. Though the leader played it down, he said BJP MLAs can switch as well. The Haryana government found itself in a minority after 3 independent MLAs resigned, and the Congress and JJP both pushing for a president's rule and fresh polls.
Is the BJP government in Haryana hanging by a thread? The political crisis deepened on Thursday as former BJP ally Dushyant Chautala wrote to Governor Bandaru Dattaraya demanding a floor test in the Haryana Assembly.
आज वो अल्पमत में चली गई है क्योंकि उनको सपोर्ट करने वाले 2 एमएलएस, एक भारतीय जनता पार्टी का, एक निर्दलीय ने इस्तीफा दे दी, और 3 एमएलएस इंडिपेंडेंट जो सपोर्ट कर रहे थे उनने अपना सपोर्ट विड्रॉ कर लिया गवर्नमेंट से.
Chautala, who snapped ties with the BJP just ahead of the Lok Sabha polls, made it clear that his party will support no confidence motion against the BJP government.
जननायक जनता पार्टी ने खुल के कहा है कि अगर इस सरकार के खिलाफ अविश्वास प्रस्ताव आता है तो हम बाहर से उसका पूरा समर्थन करेंगे.
On cue, the Congress also upped the ante, demanding fresh polls in the state.
मौजूदा सरकार जो है वो अल्पमत में आ गई है. अब नैतिकता के आधार पे इसको तुरंत इस्तीफा दे देना चाहिए. राष्ट्रपति शासन करके we are demanding fresh elections.
The Chief Minister downplayed Congress and JJP moves, calling them desperate.
15-20 दिन ये कांग्रेस के लोग ही अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लेकर के आए थे. हाउस के अंदर जब बात होगी तो जरूर उसको पूरा करेंगे, उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं. इनको जल्दी लग रही है मेरे ख्याल से, थोड़ी मेरे ख्याल से जल्दी में है. उसको लोकसभा का चुनाव देखना चाहिए.
The JJP and the Congress's move comes amid a political upheaval sparked by the withdrawal of support from 3 independent MLAs and fresh tensions within the ruling BJP coalition. Even as Dushyant Chautala is baying for the state government, cracks seem to have appeared in his own ranks as 3 to 4 MLAs from the JJP have met former Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar. Will a defection in the JJP ranks add another twist to the Haryana tale? The 90-seat Haryana Assembly currently has 88 members. This means the majority mark is 45. The BJP has 40 MLAs of its own and is supported by 3 of the 6 independent MLAs. This makes it 43, 2 short of the magic figure. The Congress has 30 legislators and 3 independents now support it. If all 10 MLAs of Dushyant Chautala back the Congress, it will have the support of 43 MLAs. Haryana Speaker Gyanchand Gupta for now has ruled out a fresh test of majority, saying that a trust vote can only be called once in 6 months. With Gurpreet Singh China, Bureau Report, NDTV.
Telangana Chief Minister Revant Reddy, in an exclusive interview to NDTV, hit out over the Amit Shah fake video case, asking why is the Ministry of Home Affairs intervening in a political case. He claimed the BJP was trying to stop him from campaigning.
आप एकमात्र एक स्टार कैंपेनर ऑलमोस्ट इन अक्रॉस तेलंगाना आप हैं. बाहर के जो भी नेता अगर हम नहीं काउंट करें तो आप पर दिल्ली पुलिस ने ये इल्जाम लगाया कि आप फेक वीडियो बनाने में या उसको प्रोपेगेट करने में आपकी भूमिका है, और जो मुद्दा था वो रिजर्वेशन का था.
उमा जी, वो चार्ज मैं सीधा सीधा कर चुका हूँ प्राइम मिनिस्टर के खिलाफ, गृह मंत्री के खिलाफ. मैं किसी का वीडियो सहारा लेने का क्या ज़रूरत है. मैं खुद बयान दे रहा हूँ हर जलसा में कि अगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी को इस बार 400 सीट मिले तो संविधान को बदलने वाले हैं, SC, ST, BC एंड माइनॉरिटी रिजर्वेशंस को ख़त्म करने वाले हैं. मैं सीधा आरोप लगा रहा हूँ, आपके माध्यम से भी मैं यही आरोप लगा रहा हूँ. इसका मैं कुछ एविडेंसेस दिखाया. एविडेंसेस के बारे में भारतीय जनता पार्टी रिएक्ट नहीं हो रहा है कि 1881 ब्रिटिशर से लेकर हर 10 साल को जनता गिनने का काम शुरू किए, आज़ादी मिलने के बाद भी 70 साल ये काम हो चुका है, मगर 2021 में क्यों नरेंद्र मोदी जी जनता आबादी गिनने का छोड़ दिए? दिस इज पॉइंट नंबर 1. पॉइंट नंबर 2, 2000 अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अमेंडमेंट करने के लिए जस्टिस वेंकटाचलय कमीशन डाला था, वो कमीशन के रिपोर्ट कहाँ पर है? तीसरी बात, 2015 अनंत कुमार हेगड़े यूनियन कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर हैज मेड ए स्टेटमेंट, वो लोग संविधान को बदलने वाले हैं. 2019 सुमित्रा महाजन लोकसभा स्पीकर थी, रिजर्वेशन रद्द करने के लिए बात किए थे.
But the BJP has denied it. You have been saying this in every meeting.
All these leaders, sir, made their statements. Recent 4-5 days back, Mr. Dushyant Kumar Gautam, he has made it clear, yes, we are coming back and we wanted to change constitution. तो साफ एक तरफ से वो लोग कह रहे हैं उनके खिलाफ अगर कोई कार्रवाई शुरू की है तो मोदी जी, अमित भाई ने, हम लोग इनके बात को हम यकीन कर सकते. जो बयान देने वाले देते जा रहे, आप वो उल्टा बोल रहे, अब हमारे ऊपर इल्जाम लगा रहे. आपके खुद के पार्टी में क्या हो रहा है, पहले वो कंट्रोल करो.
Now, the Karnataka sex crimes video case, and Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shiv Kumar, in an interview to NDTV, hit out at the allegations made by former Chief Minister Kumaraswamy, who blamed DKS for leaking the sex crime videos across the state during elections. DKS said he was not a fool to leak the thousands of sex videos involving JDS MP Prajwal Revana. JDS has claimed it's all a political conspiracy.
We have with us Deputy CM of Karnataka, Mr. D.K. Shiv Kumar. Sir, now that the elections are over in Karnataka, what are the prospects of the Congress here?
Congress will win a comfortable more than 20 seats in Karnataka. We are very happy that the entire party, the voters of Karnataka, felt that we have promised whatever we have promised, we have delivered, and better than the assembly election, I am confident this election will go through.
So one of the biggest election controversies has also been the Prajwal Revana case, with allegations against you saying that you could have been responsible for leaking the videos.
I am not a fool or I am not a mad. I am no way connected to it. It is their blunder, it is their hit wicket, and you know what the Chief Minister has spoken, the former Chief Minister has spoken. I am no way connected to it, and it is all their own blunder what they have made themselves. See, we do politics in a straight way. We not, but instead of speaking all these things, the BJP knew everything, he knew everything, Kumaraswamy, they would have protected their own this one. They are putting onus on. In what way we are connected? In what way we are no way connected? Already Kumaraswamy said that it is his, he doesn't have, he has distanced himself from his father and his brother. Now why is he speaking on this? It is all his own. He is the actor, he is the director, he is the distributor.
So are you worried about the political fallout because the JDS is targeting you?
No, naturally, because they feel I am a threat to them. They feel that they are a threat to them. They naturally target whom? They can't target people who goes on the street. More the strong, more the enemies. Less strong, less enemies. No strong, no enemies.
So was the Congress aware of these allegations, sir?
We are not aware of these allegations. We never knew about this. We never knew. Let them do whatever they make. It is the BJP and them. They are the partners. Let them do whatever they want.
Thank you so much, sir. That was Mr. D.K. Shiv Kumar talking about the allegations against him of leaking the videos, saying that it is definitely not the Congress that was aware of these allegations earlier. With camera person Govind, Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru for NDTV.
Without taking proper step, without doing any fair inquiry, the way in which they are conducting the inquiry from last 5-6 days, from 21st, April 21st, what this government and government representatives and Congress, what they have done by circulating the pen drives. Then what are the developments after that? How they are taken action against the persons who distributed the pen drives, how they silent about those people. Everything we briefed him. We requested him to request the central government to conduct a fair inquiry from central government.
Now, days after 3 Indians were arrested in Canada for the killing of Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar, India has said that there are political interests at work in the matter and reiterated its position that separatists and extremists have been given political space in Canada. Asked whether India had been given any evidence of involvement in the killing, Mr. Jaiswal reiterated the country's consistent stand. Ghazali reports.
We have been informed that 3 people have been arrested and they happen to be Indian national. That is what we have been told. No specific or relevant evidence or information has been shared by the Canadian authorities in regard to this particular matter till date with us. You will therefore understand our view that the matter is being prejudged when people say X or Y. Obviously there are political interests at work. We have long maintained that separatists, extremists and those advocating violence have been given political space in Canada.
Indian government has reacted strongly to Canada's charge that Indian government was involved in the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a designated terrorist who was killed last year in Canada. The Canadian police had arrested 3 Indian nationals last week, and responding to that incident, the NEA spokesperson said that the Canadian government has not shared any intel or evidence to suggest or back their own claims that Indian government is involved in Nijjar's killing. He also clarified that those 3 Indian nationals who have been arrested by Canadian police have not sought any kind of consular access. But the NEA spokesperson clarified that Canada continues to give space to people with extremist ideologies who continue to spew venom against Indian authorities, Indian government, as well as Indian diplomats who are based in Canada.
In the backdrop of a diplomatic standoff in recent months, Musa Zamir, Maldivian Foreign Minister, met Foreign Minister of India, Dr. S. Jaishankar, to discuss bilateral relations between the two countries. During the meeting, External Affairs Minister said that close partnerships with neighbours are of great value.
First of all, let me extend to you and...
Months after getting elected as President of Maldives, on an anti-India campaign, Mohammad Muizzu has sent his foreign minister to India for bilateral talks. The visit comes 2 days after the island nation's tourism minister appealed to Indians to be part of their tourism as their economy depended on it. At the meeting, India's foreign minister S. Jaishankar stressed upon India's policy of fostering relations with its neighbour and how India has helped Maldives in crisis.
This is your first visit to India in your current capacity and it provides an opportunity to discuss our relationship and chart out future directions. As close and proximate neighbors, the development of our ties is obviously based on mutual interests and reciprocal sensitivity.
In a shifting stand, Musa Zamir acknowledged India's financial support to Maldives.
Economic cooperation with India has actually been an integral part of Maldivian economy. Maldivian people have benefited from the debt that we have received and also from a lot of grants that we have received from the Indian government, and we really appreciate that.
Diplomatic relations between India and Maldives had taken a hit following derogatory remarks made by 3 Maldivian officials against India and Prime Minister Narendra Modi on social media, followed by a decline in Indian tourists to Maldives.
India and China have been trying to expand its feet or base in Maldives, but the visit of Foreign Minister of Maldives to India shows that perhaps Maldives cannot afford to spoil its relations with India at a time when it is also battling with financial crisis. With camera person Sushil Rathi, Mohammad Ghazali for NDTV.
News now from Tamil Nadu, and 8 people, including 5 women workers, were killed in an explosion at a fireworks manufacturing factory in near Sivakasi. 12 others suffered burns, and friction during handling of chemicals is suspected to have triggered the explosion. Over the last few years, the firecracker capital of India has seen a series of fatal explosions. In October last year alone, 27 people were killed in less than a fortnight. This month, 3 were killed in an explosion at a stone quarry, and experts blame it on blatant safety violations, including deploying many workers with no training and knowledge of chemicals. With the Supreme Court set to decide on interim bail for Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal tomorrow to allow him to campaign in the ongoing Lok Sabha elections, the Enforcement Directorate today vehemently opposed the granting of any interim bail, telling the Supreme Court in an affidavit that any special concession to him would amount to anathema of the rule of law and equality, saying that laws are equal for all and the right to campaign for the election is neither a fundamental right nor a constitutional right and not even a legal right. Also saying to its knowledge, no political leader has been granted interim bail for campaigning, even though he is not the contesting candidate. Now today, President Draupadi Murmu gave Padma Awards, and Padma Vibhushan was given to mega star Chiranjeevi, and Padma Vibhushan for veteran actor Vaijayanti Mala, and a Padma Shri for Joshna Chinnappa for sports.
पद्म विभूषण डॉक्टर वैजयंती माला बाली कला नृत्य एवं अभिनय, श्री कोनीतला चिरंजीवी कला फिल्म अभिनय, कुमारी जोशना चिन्नप्पा खेल वर्ष, डॉक्टर के.एस. राजन्ना समाज सेवा,
With that, it's a wrap from me. Thanks for watching. Good night.